Good day. It is June the 14th, Flag Day. So I hope you're all flying your flags if you have them. And today we're going to continue in Ezra 1, doing verses 7 through 11, not the store, and Proverbs 14. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin Ezra 1, starting at verse 7. King Cyrus also brought out the articles of the house of Elohim, which Nebuchadnezzar had taken from Jerusalem, and put them in the temple of his gods. Verse 8. And Cyrus, king of Persia, brought out by the hand of Mithredath, the treasurer, and counted them out into Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah. 9. This is the number of them: 30 gold plates, 1,000 silver platters, 29 knives. Verse 10. 30 gold basins, 410 silver basins of a similar kind, and 1,000 other articles. 11. All the articles of gold and silver were 5,400. All these Sheshbazzar took with the captives who were brought from Babylon to Jerusalem. Okay. King Cyrus has been moved by God to rebuild or assist in rebuilding the temple, and he's being very generous. Again, I like to point out that when God has built his tabernacle and temples, the money came from unbelievers. Money and supplies came from unbelievers. Verse 7. King Cyrus also brought out the articles of the house of Yahweh, the temple, which Nebuchadnezzar had taken from Jerusalem and put in the temple of his gods. This is referring to the ones taken in 598 BC. You can find that in 2 Kings 24 and 13, and also 586 BC when he took the remainder out, and he put them in the temple of his gods, that is Nebuchadnezzar's gods. Verse 8. And Cyrus, king of Persia, brought them up by the hand of Mithredath, the treasurer, and counted them out to Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah, as a gift. The treasurer gave them to the prince of Judah. Verse 9. This is the number of them: 30 gold platters, 1,000 silver platters, 29 knives. The platters are meant to collect the blood of a sacrifice. I don't know. The knives is the only time that particular word is used there, so I'm not sure, and they're not sure exactly what it means. Maybe for the sacrifice. Verse 10. 30 gold basins, 410 silver basins of a similar kind, like the gold ones, and 1,000 other articles. The bowls pretty much were tankards, they say, like, drinking. And you notice that the total doesn't add up. We believe that, or at least I believe, that some of them were not included in the total. We'll find that out right here. Verse 11. All the articles of gold and silver were 5,400. All these Sheshbazzar took with the captives which were brought from Babylon to Jerusalem. Yet, not all the vessels may have been included in the count. And in one verse, they went to Jerusalem. That's about a 3-month journey. Proverbs 14. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hand. Wise couples work together. 2. He that walketh in his uprightness feareth Yahweh, but he that is perverse in his ways despises him. 3. In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. Fools brag, the wise people are humble. 4. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean. In other words, nothing there to make a mess. But much increases by the strength of an ox. But you don't get much work done either, or any. 5. A faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness breatheth forth lies. 6. A scorner seeketh wisdom. The last was 5. I think I made 7. Seeketh wisdom and findeth not. That's because he goes, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. But knowledge is easy unto him that is discernment. 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man, for thou wilt not perceive the lips of knowledge. 8. The wisdom of the prudent is to look well to his way, but the folly of fools is deceit. 9. The men's pleadeth for fools, but among the upright there is goodwill. 10. The heart knoweth its own bitterness, and with its joy no stranger can intermeddle. No one can really interfere with your joy or your bitterness. 11. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tent of the upright shall flourish. 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto man. Hey, that way seems right. But the end thereof are the ways of death. Any way without God will lead in death. 13. Even in laughter the heart acheth, and the mirth is heaviness. 14. The dissembler in his heart shall be filled from his own ways. In other words, he'll do it back to him. And the good man shall be satisfied from himself. 15. The thoughtless believeth every word, but the prudent looketh well to his going. Gullible people believe, the prudent research. 16. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil. Hey, evil's coming, I better get out of the way. But a fool behaveth overbearingly and is confident, I can handle this. 17. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and the man of wicked devices is hated. 18. The thoughtlessness cometh to possession of folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. 19. The evil bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. 20. The poor is hated even of his own neighbor, but the rich have many friends. 21. He that despises his neighbor sinneth, but he that is gracious unto the humble, happy is he. Yeah, don't despise your neighbor. 22. They shall not go astray that devises evil. Shall they not go astray that devises evil? But mercy and truth shall be for them that devise good. Yeah, devise good. 23. In all labor there is a profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury. Yeah, I'm going to do that someday. Someday, and you go broke. 24. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the folly of fools remains folly. 25. A true witness delivereth souls, but he that breatheth forth lies is all deceit. 26. In the fear of Yahweh, a man has strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. 27. The fear of Yahweh is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. 28. In the multitude of people is the king's glory, but is want of people's room of the prince. Yeah, if the people don't want to hang around you, you won't have a princedom. 29. He that is slow to anger is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. 30. A tranquil heart is in the life of the flesh. The envy is rottenness to the bones. Is the life of the flesh, but envy is rottenness to the bones. Yeah, when you envy, it just eats you up. 31. He that oppresseth the poor blasphemeth his maker, but he that is gracious unto the needy honoreth him. God made everyone. Be gracious. 32. The wicked is thrust down in his misfortune, but the righteous, even when he is brought to death, has hope. Always hope for you. 33. In the heart of him that has discernment, wisdom resteth, but the inward part of fools maketh itself known. Blab, blab, blab. 34. Righteousness exalteth the nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. And 35. The king's favor is toward a servant that dealeth wisely. Yeah, he likes that. But his wrath striketh him that dealeth shamefully. Yeah, but you embarrass the king, yeah, you're going to get shamed. And he will strike you. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, or whatever. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.